Look at your bank statement for 1 minute. Music, streaming, cloud storage, news, software, maybe even features in your car. A lot of things that used to be one-time purchases now come with monthly charges. That is not random. It is a major shift in how modern business works. We now live in a subscription economy. Not long ago, people bought things and owned them. You bought CDs. You bought software in a box. You bought DVDs. You bought a newspaper. Today, you usually do not own those things. You pay for access instead. That is the big change. We moved from ownership to access. And once that shift started, it spread fast. So why did this happen? Why does everything seem to come with a monthly fee now? The answer is not just technology. It is business strategy, investor pressure, and human behavior all working together. Once you see those pieces, the whole system becomes much easier to understand. Subscription-based products did not grow because companies all had the same idea at the same time. They grew because this model solves several problems at once. It gives companies more stable income. It keeps customers connected longer. It became easier because of the internet. And it fits the way people behave in everyday life. That is why subscriptions moved from a niche model into a default model. The first reason is simple. Businesses want predictable income. In the old model, sales were uneven. A company launched a product. Sales jumped for a short time. Then revenue dropped until the next big release. That made planning harder. Subscriptions changed that. Instead of waiting for big spikes, companies collect money every month. That gives them steadier cash flow. And steady cash flow makes everything easier. It helps with hiring. It helps with budgeting. It helps with long-term planning. For a business, monthly payments are easier to manage than one-time purchases. The second reason is customer retention. With a normal purchase, the relationship can end quickly. You buy the product. The transaction is done. With a subscription, the relationship continues. That matters a lot. A customer who stays for 2 years is worth much more than a customer who buys once. So companies stop thinking only about the first sale. They start thinking about how long they can keep you. That changes how they build the product. They add updates. They add new features. They create bundles. They try to make the service part of your routine. The goal is no longer just to sell. The goal is to keep you. The third reason is technology. Subscriptions existed before, but they were limited. The modern version became powerful because of fast internet and cloud services. In the past, software often came on a disk. Updates were slow. New versions took time. Now software can live online. A company can deliver the product through the internet. It can update it constantly. It can fix bugs faster. It can add features in real time. That made subscriptions much more practical. Instead of selling one version every few years, companies can offer an always active service. That is a huge change. It turned products into ongoing platforms. The fourth reason is convenience. Subscriptions reduce effort. You do not have to make the same decision every time. You sign up once. Then the service keeps running in the background. That feels easy. And easy is powerful. Over time, a subscription can stop feeling like a purchase. It starts feeling like a basic utility, like internet, like electricity, like something that is just always there. Once that happens, canceling feels harder. Not because it is impossible, but because it interrupts your routine. And people protect routines. That is one reason subscriptions spread so easily. The fifth reason is money from investors. Investors usually prefer businesses with stable, repeatable revenue. A one-time sale is less certain. A subscription looks more reliable. If a company has millions of paying subscribers, investors see future income more clearly. That makes the business look safer and often more valuable. So subscription companies can attract more funding. That creates pressure across the market. Startups copy the model. Big companies copy the model. Even companies that used to sell products start asking, "Can this become a service?" Once investors reward that model, more businesses move in the same direction. The sixth reason is inertia. Inertia means people keep paying because doing nothing is easier. That matters more than most people realize. Signing up is usually simple. Canceling is not always simple. Sometimes the cancel button is buried. Sometimes the process takes more steps. Sometimes you delay it because you might need it later. And then another month passes. That is how small charges stay alive. Now multiply that across many services. Streaming, storage, fitness, software, delivery, news. Soon, people feel subscription fatigue. Too many charges, too many accounts, too many things they use only sometimes. But even when people feel that pressure, many still keep paying. Because the system is built around habit and convenience. This is why subscriptions became the default. Technology made them possible. Businesses wanted steady revenue. Investors rewarded the model. And human habits made it easy to keep the system running. That is the real shift. We are no longer mostly buying products. We are increasingly renting access. And the more services become part of daily life, the more normal that feels. So the next time you notice another monthly charge, it is not just a bill. It is part of a bigger economic change. A world where companies prefer recurring income. A world where convenience often matters more than ownership. And a world where access is slowly replacing possession. That is why everything feels subscription-based now. This is Simplexplain, complex ideas simply explained.